He was good at it and enjoyed it so much that in the 10th grade he wrote in his yearbook that he wanted to become a world champion arm wrestler. He started competing, and by the age of 17 he was known as the arm wrestling champion of Vancouver Island. Soon after high school he moved to Prince George, where he met other pullers and they formed the Prince George Iron Arms team, a team that would produce several national champions. He continued to improve and enjoyed his greatest success in the late 1980s and early 1990s, a period which saw him win several major titles in the 220-pound class. He won titles at the Big Money Can-Am Championships, several Canadian national titles and 3 WAF titles at this weight. He also has the distinction of being the only Canadian to make the trip to the USSR in 1989 to introduce the sport to the Soviets. He took part in 3 nights of competition and went undefeated. By the last night of competition, one Russian puller refused to pull him with his right arm because he knew what the result would be. The Russian insisted on pulling with his left. That wasn't a problem for the Canadian, who agreed and easily won. Mike Kadar, welcome to the Canadian Arm Wrestling Hall of Fame. Mike is not with us today, but we will be sending his award home to him. This inductee started tournament pulling in 1985. Success came early for him, and once he won his first major events in 1987, the Atlantic Canadians and the Nova Scotia Championships, he just kept on winning. Over the following 21 years, he would amass 15 Atlantic Canadian titles and a whopping 48 provincial titles. He was also the overall champion at almost all of these tournaments. While he didn't travel to compete as much as many other pullers, his regional dominance over such an extended period is nothing short of incredible. Greg Harnish, welcome to the Canadian Arm Wrestling Hall of Fame. This inductee first discovered the sport in 1989. Like most of us, he lost both his matches in his first tournament, but this didn't deter him. He was immediately fascinated by the sport and knew that he wanted to get better. Over the following 20 years, he would achieve great success on the table. His peak probably came in the early 2000s, and I'm going to reward that. I'm going to say his first peak came in the early 2000s. When he moved up in weight and won 4 senior division national right-hand titles in 5 years. He also won a couple of My Gold Classic titles as well as the All Niagara tournament during this period. He enjoyed success on the international scene as well, winning bronze medal at the 2001 World Arm Wrestling Championships in Poland and the silver in the 2003 Worlds in Ottawa. He also founded the Picton Arm Wrestling Club, the club from which emerged at least half a dozen national champions, including his most successful pupil, Devin Larrett. After taking a break from the sport during most of the 2010s, he got the bug again over the past couple of years. It appears that time off didn't hurt him. In 2022, he won an Ontario provincial title, a national title, and a world championship. Troy Eaton.